Breaking news, breaking news. South Carolina lawmakers have decided on Wednesday, March the 7th, 2024, to pass the constitutional carry law, which allows individuals over 18 to carry without a government permit or training, which officially makes South Carolina an open carry state. Now I know what you're asking. The first thing you want to ask, will crime increase or decrease because of this law? And we definitely going to talk about it in this community building conversation. Let's go.
What Bits and Bots stands for is beauty in the struggle and beauty of the struggle. Shout out to you guys for doing your thing. Keep grinding, and thank you once again.
Yo, what's good with y'all? What y'all got shaking? My name's Artavius Pendergrass. They call me Art with Bits and Bots Production. That's beauty in the struggle and beauty of the struggle, where our goal is to motivate, educate, and support young adults into entrepreneurs. We also want to speak on issues, some serious, some not so serious, in our community, in low-income communities, in black communities. And most importantly, we want to provide potential solutions and start the conversation on how we can move forward as one. So let's talk about it. Let's get to it. All right, so if y'all don't know, before we actually start, I want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give a shout out to two of my business partners. I want to shout out my boy Teddy Minner, Drip, Big Drip. We've been working. I've been seeing your work, my boy. Keep working. Definitely. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Zai Simpson. Big Zai, national champ. My boy, keep working. I'm seeing your progress as a business owner as well. I see you doing your thing in the community. Keep grinding, and that shit gonna pay off for real. Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy JG the Barber. I'll be having my boy on real soon on our Art of Struggle podcast. So we definitely gonna discuss a few things, including this topic right here. Shout out my boy Stay On Go Eric. Definitely get him on the Art of Struggle as well. He a clothing brand owner as well. Y'all see that Stay On Go. Shout out to my boy Stay On Go Eric. But yeah, he grind. I'm definitely trying to get it in with him on the Art of Struggle. So we gonna have some real conversations for you soon. Last but not least, who's probably been doing this for the longest, shout out to Miss Bernice Hughes. I was supposed to get with her the other day. I couldn't. I had a death in the family. But we definitely gonna figure out, gotta get her on Art of Struggle as well. So we just looking for different people. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to work, and you have a couple topics, a couple ideas, a couple conversations we can have, definitely hit my line. I definitely want to get you on here so we can speak about the real shit. My podcast, our platform is more so for information, not gossip, not stuff like that. We want to provide information and give our real life experience. So that's our goal. We don't want to talk about no gossip or whatever these other YouTubers doing, whatever these other people doing. We want to talk about information, get to the facts, and ultimately help people in our community. That's our goal. So I got a topic today in our community building conversation. The topic is the new South Carolina gun laws, which now make South Carolina an open carry state. I just want to read a little passage from you to let you know about the situation. So, according to WMBF News in Columbia, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster signed a bill into law that now allows adults in the state to carry a firearm without a permit. Guns are still banned from the same places they are now, including schools, courthouses, state house, government buildings. And people still able to obtain a concealed weapons permit if they want to, but it's not required. So, I feel a couple different ways about this, but before I get into that, I want to talk about what I heard so far about the rule, or what everybody thinking, the opinions that I've heard, what I've asked people. I've asked people who work in convenience stores. I've asked people who work at Walmart. I just asked different people. I asked my friends. And I just wanted to get a response to see what kind of responses out there. See what kind of people are thinking. Mostly the response I got was violence finna go up because more people are carrying guns. You know, that's probably the main thing I've heard. Oh, it's about to be more violence. So we'll see. I have heard people say, you know, it will decrease the violence. So I don't know. I really can't tell you. I can only base off what I know, or the situations that I've seen, or how crime works where I'm from. So, and I'm pretty sure if it worked like that where I'm from, it's gonna work like that a lot of places. So, and I just want to let you know, make sure on all this information that I give you, make sure you're doing your own research. Don't take my word for it, you know. Make sure you always do your own research. I don't care if I sound 1,000% confident on what I say. Make sure you do your own research. So I just want to get that out there first. So another opinion, because I got into the topic with some of my friends. So a couple of my friends tend to think that guns are the reason for violence. So the gun laws being less restricted would cause an increase in violence. That's the way they justify it. And they also say that, you know, in other countries where there are no guns allowed, or there's restrictions, you know, there's less violence in those countries. UK, different places like that where they're real strict, or there's pretty much no guns. It gets real strict over there. So most of my friends tend to have that same thought of, you know, if you go into other places with less gun laws, then it decreased the crime there, so it should do the same thing here. And when gun laws are loosened, it should increase the crime. That's the way people think it works. So I want to focus on how is this going to affect low-income communities, the hood, black communities, stuff like that. And I also want to ask the question, are guns the major factor contributing to violence in the low-income communities? Let me say that again. Are guns the major factor, which means the main factor? Are guns the major factor in contributing to violence in low-income communities, in black communities? So that's where I want to get to. First, I was looking up a few stats. I was trying to find stats on, open carry states versus concealed carry states. So I was looking into the stats, and South Carolina is a top 10. I think they rank like number 8 in crime, violence in the United States. So that is a real thing. So it's considered one of the most dangerous, worst crime rates, top 10 worst crime rates in the United States. So that already is up there. Not to mention, one of the least educated states. I think we came in last in that. Not to mention one of the most impoverished states. So it's a lot of factors that play into the violence in South Carolina and low-income communities. It's more than, to me, in my opinion, it's more than just gun laws. Gun laws probably like the third biggest contributing factor off the top of my head that I can think of that contribute to violence. So, in my opinion, do I believe that crime will increase based off this new open carry law? In my opinion, no, I do not believe that. I believe that it's a mindset that leads to violence. It's not just that it's guns around and people gonna get violent because it's guns around. No, that's not how it works. And if you believe, I just want to say this: if you think guns are the reason for violence, you're either an idiot, you're ignorant, or you're not from where I'm from. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad. I'm just saying that one of those things are true. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's true. And when I say not from where I'm from, I mean low income communities, the black community. You understand when you from these places, you understand that stuff leads up to that violence. It's not like somebody woke up that day and just wanted to get violent. It's shit going on in life. It's stuff going on that happened that leads to violence. So I gave the example to my friend that if we was in the time of swords, right, and we were switching from the bronze sword to the platinum titanium sword, whatever was the next sword that came, and we was making that switch, the same amount of people could be complaining about, oh, the swords are more sharper, so it's going to be easier to kill people. But it's not the sword being sharper that's killing people. It's the people that are yielding the swords that are killing people. Now, I've heard people say that violence is caused by guns, not the people, because they were giving the example of the switch. The switch, automatic, so you can shoot more people at one time, or you have a lot more shots, you have a lot more opportunity to hit people, which is true, which I agree with. But I don't agree with him saying that this is the most violent time that we're in. I don't believe that we're in the most violent time that we ever been in. I believe just less than 500 years ago, you can kill just for being black. You can get killed just for being a woman. With nothing, the Constitution before guns, we can go even farther back than that. Before guns, people were killing people for no reason back then. So me personally, I don't believe it's the guns that are the issue. That's what a lot of people try to focus on. It's oh yeah, there's a lot of killing already going on in South Carolina. So why would you want to open carry? The people that you are thinking of that are doing these violent crimes, it doesn't matter. They were going to find a way to be violent before, after, or during these laws being produced. That's what I don't think people understand, or people don't get. It's always going to be a complaint. It's always, any change, it's always going to be pushback. It's always going to be pushback. So, and I see a lot of people comparing it to, different open carry states, saying Texas, bigger states are more violent, tend to be more violent. I don't believe that. I don't care what kind of statistics you show. I know violence is a mixture of situation and mindset. Violence is a mixture of situation and mindset. So if those two things are fucked up and you frustrated and some whole other shit going on. But yeah, so just to get back to it, we was talking about gun violence, in low income communities, in black communities, and how the open carry law will affect that. So another opinion that I have that I think, this is just my opinion, I think we're going to see a rise in police brutality and police shooting people. I think that's what we're going to see a rise in, because I think the gun law will be used to, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll be used to target people. It'll be used to, Oh, you got a gun on you? Okay, now I want to search you. Now I want to search your vehicle, whether it's legal or not. It's kind of like weed. It's kind of like when they can use weed as an excuse to search your car. That's what I believe the gun law is going to be. I believe it's going to be used like, all right, I see you got a gun, so I have the right, since I see you got a gun, you already acting funny, so I want to search you, I want to make sure. So I think it's going to lead to a lot more police brutality and shootings more than anything. Like I said, I think it's going to be used like they use weed, how they, oh, I smell weed, which they can't do anymore. If you didn't know, South Carolina changed that law as well. If your car smells like weed or has a marijuana odor, they can't use that as the reason to search your vehicle or take you out the car. Do your own research on that. Like I said, do your own research on everything. So I just want people to know that, like, I don't think guns, I think I should be able to practice my Second Right Amendment, whether I'm black, whether I'm from the hood, whether I'm anything else, just like any other American. I think I should be able to practice my Second Amendment constitutional right, just like anybody else, and feel comfortable doing it. Then that's an issue that I see is, okay, am I going to be comfortable? Should I be comfortable? Should I worry about other people's opinion that see me carrying, or that can ID me carrying? You're not even really supposed to be able to see it. So should I be worried about other people's opinion, or worry about if they're scared or whatever? Like, so I feel like if everybody know everybody's strapped, then the violence gonna go down. And I know for a fact that crime, I know for a fact one specific crime will go down, which is unlawful carry of a firearm. Now, unlawful carry of a firearm is used as like a accessory on charges. You know, any kind of violent crime, any kind of violent crime, they gonna use that unlawful carry and smack that on there no matter what. So like, you always see any type of violent crime package that you see or that people being charged with, you always see that unlawful carry. So I think that's going to actually take that part of it down. So I think in that specific unlawful carry crime, I think that'll decrease crime in that specific field a lot. And last opinion I want to give before I get out of here, I'm trying to keep it short because I want people's opinions, I want people's feedback. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and give me y'all feedback on this. My opinion is violent crime in general, is more so related to poverty than guns and gun laws. All the stats from different states, open carry versus closed carry that I looked up, you know, what I saw most is I saw poverty rates. I saw poverty rates being in places of poverty is where the most violence occurs. That's what I saw. So I see that as more related as the issue we should be focused on more than gun laws, guns. Like, okay, if anybody already can obtain a gun, and when we talk about people who can legally obtain a gun, I'm not talking about teenagers, I'm not talking about illegal guns, I'm talking about people who are over the age of 18, who bought it from a shop, who bought it from somebody legally, you know, feel me? These are the people I'm talking about who that's going to decrease that crime rate of unlawful carrying and stuff like that. These are the people I see that is going to help. Yeah, man. So just make sure when you out here, man, you safe. You know, you protecting yourself. You protecting your peace. You feel me? You know, get you a gun. Get you a weapon, man. Why shouldn't we have a weapon? Make sure y'all get y'all one of these, man. Ain't nothing wrong with protecting yourself. That's what I want these young people to know. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong with carrying a weapon. You a citizen just like everybody else in this world. So you should be able to have the same rights and feel safe and protected just like any other average American would be able to. You feel me? So make sure y'all get y'all one of these, man. Because it might save you, you know, you might not never have to use it. But you want to be prepared at all times. You feel me? So I'm glad I just wanted to bring that topic to you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I want opinions. I definitely want opinions. I didn't dive into it all the way because I want to speak with other people about it. I want to do a little bit more research on it. So I may have a follow-up video for you. But we will be speaking about it with different guests, you know, about this particular thing. And we're going to see how it play out over the next 3 to 5 years. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, tuning in. Again, my name is Art Pendergrass. And don't be sleeping on your level because it's beauty in the struggle. Peace.